Ladies and gentlemen, this is Genzio Media. We are out here at Bitcoin 2025 in Las Vegas. Now, for the audience at home, can't see behind the camera, but it's the end of the last day. There's still a ton of people everywhere. Talk's still going on. This event has been huge. Today, I'm joined with Saad from Gemini. Now, Saad is the CEO of APAC Gemini. Saad, thanks for joining today.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Right on. So I guess first off, let's kick this off. How have you been liking the event? I mean, we're at the home stretch, right? I'm sure you've had a busy week, as have I. How have things gone for you?
It's been such an incredible 3 days. I was here from day one and now day three. Our booth, so we have a Gemini booth here. It's been packed, like a long, constant line of people. And we're obviously promoting our Gemini credit card here. So we're getting people to sign up. And I think the energy, it's actually my first Bitcoin conference. I'm based in Singapore, so it was a long trip here, but it was so well worth it because I met so many awesome people. Great connections, so much happening in the industry. Amazing to be out here.
Amazing. Now, that was Gemini credit card, not debit card that I heard?
No, it's a credit card. It's a credit card. So the way it works is it is just like a normal credit card, like a fiat credit card, except that you get cashback in the form of Bitcoin. Oh. So every time you go to, buy fuel for your car or charge your EV or go to a restaurant or do your groceries, you're going to get anywhere from 1% to 4% back in your account in the form of Bitcoin. And so you're stacking sats with every single thing you buy.
Sure.
Yeah.
Nice. I don't think I've seen any exchanges offer that yet.
Yeah. So it's we've had that product for a little bit. We kind of relaunched it. We've upgraded, so it's now a MasterCard World Elite, so it gets you a bunch of perks as well. There's no fees. Honestly, for every Bitcoiner, I feel like it's a no-brainer. You should have the credit card and be stacking sats with everything that you buy.
Sure.
Yeah.
Now, is that available internationally?
It's not yet. It's a US only product for now. I'm trying to bring it to our region as well, so working on it. Yeah.
Awesome. So now, you're really in the APAC region. I'm curious, what kind of things do you find unique about, Gemini's expansion into APAC compared to, its current existing markets?
Yeah. Look, at the end of the day, the product needs a lot of localization, and we really focus on building a local experience. So, for example, in the US, when you're onboarding or KYC is going to look a little bit different than the onboarding or KYC in Singapore. Your funding rails are going to be different. Here, primarily, it's ACH that's used as the primary funding mechanism. In Asia, that's different. In Singapore, for example, we have something called Pay Now, which is like a QR code. So that's how you send money in. So there's that basic level of localization that you need for the product. The core offering is kind of the same in many respects. The core offering is the exchange, where there's a spot exchange. One of the products that we have offering internationally, which we don't offer in the US actually, is derivatives. So it's crypto derivatives. So it's perpetual futures primarily, and that's our non-US offering. But other than that, you've got things like staking and credit card, etc., which we have in the US, which we're trying to bring internationally as well. So that's what we see on our side. For us, it's about expanding our footprint, looking at other jurisdictions in the region, and basically building a localized product that customers love.
Gemini, you guys are a pretty big exchange. You've been around for a while.
Yeah.
Right? Bitcoin is on your guys' exchange, but there's also tons of other cryptocurrencies that you guys offer too.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, Gemini coming to this event, putting on the presence that you have here, right?
Yeah.
What's the goal for Gemini at Bitcoin 2025?
So look, at the end of the day, our founders are Bitcoin OGs, as you know. We've historically been big supporters of this conference for many years. I think when we for this year in particular, our focus was really on promoting our Bitcoin credit card because we think that that's a unique value proposition. No one else in the market has that value proposition. It's rewards on every single purchase that you get in the form of Bitcoin. The card is orange. It's got a Bitcoin logo on it. It looks cool. It's a metal card. It's a great product. I think our objective was we're big supporters of the Bitcoin community at the end of the day, and I think that's it is the most important reserve asset known to mankind, and there's no second best, and we genuinely believe that. But at the end of the day, we do run an exchange, and there's other assets on the exchange. If anyone wants to go buy any other asset, it's there for it's the customer's choice, and they should be able to choose that.
Sure, amazing. Now I'm curious. Most things that happen in Vegas tend to stay in Vegas, right? But what are some things that you are personally taking away from the event, right? I think, here's something I've seen personally is there's a lot being built on top of Bitcoin. I come from kind of a DeFi background, and to me, Bitcoin was always there as the boomer coin. I didn't buy Bitcoin for the first 4 years that I traded crypto. Right. Because I was more interested in the smaller stuff, where I felt like I wasn't too late. Right. But what surprised me being at this event is realizing how much technology is actually being built on top of Bitcoin.
Yes. So, I mean, one of the most important things that I'm sort of taking away from this conference is actually how much work there is on building at the application layer, right? And whether it's some of the stuff that you spoke about, what we're seeing in terms of so many institutions now looking at the Bitcoin treasury play and how rapidly that's evolving. I think that's really interesting to see, and I think as an exchange, and we have a big part to play in helping drive that as well to make it really easy for corporations to allocate. And I think for me, having like the size and scale of this conference is actually immense, and that's one of the things I'm taking away, which is in Singapore we have Token 2049, which is more like an altcoin kind of conference, you could say, but there's obviously Bitcoin companies, but there's a lot of like projects that come there. There's like 15,000 people who come to that. There's like 35,000 people here.
Yeah.
And you can see a lot of like retail interest, people who are, nothing to do with the crypto industry, but they're just really passionate about Bitcoin.
Right.
And they're really passionate about, helping grow the ecosystem. And I think that's really powerful. And I think that's incredible to see. I mean, I've been in this space for 5-6 years, and, this sort of, this level of, action and energy I haven't seen in any one place, so it's been incredible.
100%. Yeah, I mean, this is probably one of the most packed conferences I've been to. I think the only one that maybe comes close, but I think this one beats, still is ETH Denver. Right. But I mean, this is just massive. It's even bigger than the one in Nashville, which I think is insane because I mean, Trump spoke in Nashville. Of course.
Exactly.
We had JD Vance here. I couldn't even get in. The morning that JD Vance was speaking.
It was completely packed. Yeah, it was completely packed. Yeah.
No,
and even right now, I mean, we're in the last hour of the conference, and like the auditorium, I mean, the content's been amazing. I think there's been amazing content from day 1 to day 3, and like great speakers, different kinds of speakers. I was listening to a talk earlier from the guy. I had no idea that he was a Bitcoiner. He wrote this book called Confessions of an Economic Hitman. I read that a few years ago, and and the author, I mean, he was there, and it turns out he's a Bitcoiner. I read the book, I didn't even realize, and so like different kinds of content that covers sort of a broad spectrum of topics, anywhere from politics to philosophy to economics and security and so on. So it's been pretty amazing.
Sure. Now, can I pay off my credit card bill with my Gemini balance?
You can pay, like you would have to liquidate your asset and then pay it off at fiat, but you can do that.
Okay.
And so like, the fundamental value proposition of the credit card is that you want to accumulate more Bitcoin, not spend it, right? So that's the value proposition.
Okay.
Yeah.
Understood.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, for our viewers at home, where can they learn more about Gemini? Where can they get started, and where can they learn more about you?
Yeah, I mean, like you should definitely download the Gemini app. You can apply for the credit card through the Gemini app. You can trade, you can stake, you can do all of those things on the Gemini app. It's available on the App Store, and you can follow me. I'm on Twitter, Saahd_2810.
Awesome. Well, Saad, thank you so much for the time today.
Yeah.
Hope you have a safe travels home.
Thank you.
I'm sure it's been an exhausting week, so enjoy some rest.
No, it was just fun. Thank you for having me.
Cheers.
All right.
Stay untamed with BC Game and make a prediction today and use code Genzio.
Hey, what's up?
But it's not something Genzio is afraid of.
If you want to survive, you got to build a hive.
We do not understand that we do not want.
Ladies and gentlemen.
We're back at the Genzio Media House.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for joining us today.